The Road to Sampo, a modern Korean short story. The Road to Sampo is often named a core work of modern Korean realism. Set in the 1970s, when South Korea was tearing itself up and rebuilding at the same time, the story looks straight at the people who never made it onto the bright side. 3 rootless lives cross paths for a single winter day. They walk together, talk together, and part ways, across a frozen field in the dead of winter, cold wind cutting through them. In their rough, worn-down speech, a whole world shows itself. This is not a story about getting somewhere. It is about the moment a place to go back to slips away. 1. Opening, A Body on the Run. Yong-dal doesn't leave the boarding house quietly. He'd been screwing the landlady. Her husband finds out. That's the end of it. No explanations, no chance to talk his way out. Yong-dal yanks on his clothes and bolts. Behind him, shouting blows up. A man is beating his wife, screaming like he's gone off the rails. Yong-dal doesn't turn around. Once you're caught, you're done. For a drifting day laborer like him, getting found out has always meant the same thing. Pack up and move on. That's how it always ends for him. That's the only rule he knows. The road to Sampo doesn't open with tragedy. It opens with a man running. 2. On the road, meeting Chung. On the road, Yong-dal runs into Chung. Chung is older, an ex-con, 10 years in the big house. Time like that settles into the body. It roughens the voice. After years of drifting from place to place and a decade spent behind bars, Chung is finally heading back to Sampo, the hometown he left as a boy. Yong-dal asks first.
Where you headed?
Chung answers.
Sampo,
Yong-dal looks at him.
my hometown.
They've seen each other around before. Not close, but close enough, the kind of faces you start to recognize on the road. Before Yong-dal knows it, he's walking alongside Chung, both of them heading the same way. They stop. They go into a roadside diner to eat. There, they hear about a bar girl who vanished, trapped in a debt she never chose. The owner says she'll cough up some cash if they drag the girl back. That's how Baekwa gets pulled into the day. Three. Baekwa appears. Survival. Barefaced. They spot a woman by the roadside, squatting, back turned, red coat hiked up, just trying to take a piss where nobody's looking. She pulls her underwear up and glances back, locks eyes with them.
Jesus!
She drops her coat, grabs her bundle, and snaps.
What the hell are you staring at?
Yong-dal answers flat, like he's talking about the weather.
The woman at the Seoul diner said she'd pay if we brought you back.
The woman straightens up and steps toward them.
Go on, try it. See what happens.
Her name is Baekwa. Four. Baekwa's life, a memory that didn't last. Baekwa is 22. She looks well past 30. She ran away from home at 18. Bars, towns, men, one place after another, no time to breathe. She says there was a stretch when things felt almost okay, a place called the Seagull House. She waited for soldiers there, brought them food, visited them in prison.
Every time.
She says,
I figured it was love.
it was never more than a night. Nothing ever stuck. Still, Those were the calmest days she remembers. Exhausted, the three of them take shelter in an abandoned house. They light a small fire and warm their hands. Pekwa's feet are torn up. Yongdao carries her on his back through the snow. That's when something changes. It isn't pity, it's recognition. They're all running, they're all worn down, and for a moment, that's enough to bind them together. No speeches, no promises, just the quiet sense that they're the same kind of people, moving because stopping isn't an option. Sampo. Different reasons, same damn dream. By the time they figure it out, Sampo has already changed. It's not the quiet seaside village anymore. No fishing, no digging potatoes. Roads cut straight over the water. Tourist hotels claw their way up. Trucks grind through day and night. Jung walks toward Sampo because it's home. The place he thinks he can crawl back to when he's old. Yongdar follows for another reason, not because it's home, but because he's got nowhere else lined up. Maybe there'll be work. That's as far as his hope goes. Same destination, different reasons. And the Sampo each man carries in his head isn't the same place at all. Parting, letting Pekwa go. At the station, Chung nudges Yongda.
She seems decent enough. Why don't you go with her?
Pekwa keeps stealing looks at Yongda. She doesn't say it straight, but it's written all over her face. She wants him to come. Yongda doesn't answer. He buys a ticket, some bread, a couple of boiled eggs, hands them to Pekwa.
We'll catch the next one.
Her eyes go red.
So that's it? Nobody's coming with me?
Yongdal already knows. She won't make it long back home. The end of Sampo. An old man sitting next to Jung asks,
"Where are you headed?"
Home.
"Where's that?"
Sampo.
Jung answers without thinking. The old man chuckles.
"They're tearing the place apart these days. Construction everywhere."
Then there's no ferry anymore, right?
What'd you need a ferry for? There's a road over the water now. Trucks roll in and out. The market has already followed the road.
Jung doesn't feel like moving. The place where his mind could settle is gone. Somewhere along the way, without noticing when, he's ended up standing in the same spot as Yongda. Jung, old, newly released, has nowhere to settle. Yongdal heads for a construction site, hoping for work. Pekwa will last only so long back home before she's forced onto the road again. With Sampo gone, nothing takes its place. The road is still there, it just doesn't lead anywhere for them now. Epilogue. The road to Sampo is not a story about arrival. It is about the moment a place to return to disappears. Shaped like a road movie that follows one hard day at the bottom, the story turns at the end, when the destination itself vanishes. All that's left is the road and the quiet understanding that it no longer leads home.